What I'm going to teach you how to do is blue swimmer crab, and I'm going to teach you how to layer watercolour. So I'm using a pencil, I might need an eraser. I've got my watercolour paints. The colours I'm going to use the most will be a light blue, a dark blue, a brown and a yellow. So the colours I want are wet already, so they're ready to go. The main colour I want is a light blue. Obviously, if you don't have these colours, use what you've got. You can do it with coloured pencils, you can do it with markers. And I'm going to draw a wet on wet blue swimmer crab. So here we go. We have shape of the carapace. I'm going to attach a PowerPoint for you if you want to learn the names of the different body parts. This is called a carapace, and crabs, because they have 10 legs, are decapods. Put the two little eyes there. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 main legs plus the claw. Let's do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the claw. So now I'm going to draw it a bit more detail. So they're segmented. It's one claw. Repeat what I'm doing on the other side. Okay, so there's 4 leg sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This last one, it has quite a wide end of the leg. 1, 2. So depending on whether they swim or not, this last one is different depending on the crab species. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay, so I've got my basic outline. Depending on how detailed you want to get, you can put spikes on the edge of the carapace. Put a ridge on. Okay, I'm ready to do my light blue. So what I'm going to do is thoroughly wet the areas that I want to apply paint to. So we're just building up on what we learned last time. So just the legs for now. Okay, here we go, light blue. Let it find its way along where we wet. It's a pretty cool effect. The paint does all the work for you. Okay, let's do the same on the claws. So paint with water first. So while I'm doing the next layer, the one I just finished is drying. put some blue on the carapace. And not over everything. So I'm just going to pick what areas. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, ready for the next colour, which is going to be a dark blue. So this time I'm going to just outline the edges of the ones I've already done. Outlining those leg segments. It's like I'm drawing with my paintbrush. It's starting to look really nice. I got this idea from an artist called Alison Fennell, who lives in Wales. So I can't claim too much credit for thinking of it. I've left a link to her website on the PowerPoint, which I'm attaching just in case you need it. I've left some information about blue swimmer crabs as well. In South Australia, where I'm from, they're very common. We try to catch them in different ways, including with a net. One of the common ways to catch them is to walk out into the shallow seagrass beds with a rake. And this colour is really hard to see. And you have to measure it 10 centimetres from corner to corner. If it's under that, it's too small and you can't keep it. If it's a female carrying eggs, which means if you turn it upside down on the tail, you see them pretty easily. So let's put a darker shape here, and there we go. I'm ready for my brown, I think. Now, the thing with crabs, if you turn them upside down and you look at their tail, boy crabs have a very sharp V and girl crabs have a wide V. The wide V is because underneath that tail, that's where they carry their eggs. Okay, now I'm going to wet that remaining area and I'm going to put some brown on just to give it that finishing touch. So this colour, when they're underwater in the seagrass, they are almost impossible to see. You don't really see them until they move. And just putting brown in any bits that are left. For me, I think this technique's working really well. Last colour I'm going to do is yellow. I'm just going to put a yellow speck on each claw. It's up to you if you want to do the background water. I think this video is already long enough, so I'm not going to. The last thing I'm going to do, on the inside of the claws, is put some yellow. I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe a speck on each swimmer. Okay, there we have a blue swimmer crab done wet on wet in the style of Alison Fennell.